Hey everybody, welcome into another edition of Make Every Second Count Live with me, your host and international award-winning Make Every Second Count speaker, Jeff Marconette Jr. Now, I love the guest tonight. She is absolutely amazing, and I cannot wait for you to meet her. But I ask you at this time if you would please share this video out, invite people to watch this video because I know it is going to be powerful. We're going to be learning about how to deal with loss in your life. Now, I ask you if you would please give us all kinds of hearts, give us thumbs up, give us all kinds of weird faces. It doesn't matter, just give us something to help us trick the algorithm on Facebook. So, with no further ado, I would like to introduce Ember.
Hi,
Hey, Ember, how are you tonight?
I'm doing well. How about you, Jeff?
Oh, I am fantastic. I'm so happy to have you on the show tonight.
Um,
And we actually met in Kansas City, everybody. She is from a town right outside of Kansas City, and she's just amazing. So I wanted to bring her on here and introduce her to all you guys. But since I know that you guys don't know her, I'll let her go through a little introduction about herself.
well, thank you, Jeff, for the beautiful introduction and allowing me the time and space to be on here with you. My name is Ember Hughes, and for those of you that don't know me, I am a life coach and a motivational speaker. Um, I primarily work with women who overgive to others and while undergiving to themselves, take back that time and live a balanced life, both spiritually and I really enjoy um, helping others grow motivationally through speaking. And yeah, so that's a little bit about me.
That's pretty awesome, I have to say. And you look pretty good too. Just to throw that out there.
Thanks, Jeff.
But I would like to say hi to a few people that we have here with us already.
Okay.
So we have Isabel, also known as Izzy, in the
Hi.
house. She says, "Woo!" Oh, wait. Hold on. She says, "Hi, guys. I'm early for once." See, you can see that. And then she says, "Hi, Jess." She says, "Woo!" And then she says, "Yeah, love her too."
Oh, I love
And then she says, "Hi, Amber." And then she says, "She is amazing." And then Adam and Ben Bruce are here.
you.
And we're so lucky to have them because they are um, from out of the country. So it's pretty awesome to see that right there.
Yeah.
But I happen to know from personal experience that people on social media seem to have it all together.
Mm.
They show things that look like highlight reels. They show things that need instant replays because they're absolutely amazing. But we don't see anything that they had to go through, or what I like to say is grow through.
Mm.
Now, I have to ask, Amber, is there anything that you had to grow through to get to where you are now?
Yes, absolutely. Through our lives, we experience loss, some at an early age, some later on. I've experienced a tremendous amount of loss, but both personally with people I know and with businesses as well. So, in 2020, I opened a restaurant and I opened it the day before they called us to tell us that we needed to shut down to the public.
Oh,
Yeah, and it was awesome. It was a good time for us to slow down, pivot, see if we can, tweak some things, make our flow better. And, we hung in there as long as we possibly could. But we got to about October, and that was about the time where we needed to make a decision. I say we, it's me. When you own a business, it's just yourself. There's no
Yeah.
one there to help you make those choices, and you have to ultimately decide: is this the best thing for me, or is it time to move on? And I had a lot of people reach out to me saying, "Oh, that was so hard. I'm so sorry to hear about your loss." Which is completely strange to me because at the time I didn't experience it as a loss. I experienced it as a gain and a lesson. And losing, it's almost like you lost a person when people reach out to you when that happens. They're like, "Oh, you lost someone." Yeah. So for me, pivoting and looking at it as a lesson, something I got to, like you say, Jeff, grow through and learn so much from, isn't truly a loss, it's a gain. And but so many people will perceive it like you put on all the work, you put in all the effort. Like we literally physically built it from the ground up, and opened it, and then had to shut it down. And so people perceive that as a loss. And for me, a loss is like, if someone were to pass away, that's a loss. That's something you have to grieve through. And there's a little grief and a little sadness with the loss of the business. But then again, it's about mindset, about perspective. How do you view that as a loss?
I like what you said there, that we had to pivot, and you see change, or you see the end of something as having to pivot out of the situation you're in. So I have to ask you, and this is not for anybody else, but this is to ask you, how did you pivot from losing those things and seeing the lesson in those things?
Yeah, so I think anybody that's experienced a deep loss, I had lost my ex-in-laws like in 2013, very traumatically. And to me, that was a very hard thing to grieve and to lose. So prospectively, shifting my mindset from being able to understand the loss of a valued relationship versus the loss of materialistic things, to me is completely different. So did I answer your question?
Yeah. Who in here, who watching with us, has lost something or someone in their life? If you would, put a number 2 in the comments. Let us know that you've lost somebody. Let us know that it's caused you pain and you've had to grow through that, because I think that is so important, that we can help those people and reach out to those people that have lost people in their life, or lost jobs, or lost all their money, lost their house, lost, I don't know, you can lose all kinds of things. And I really am here for those people. I want those people to know that they can reach out, because that's what I'm here for, to be a good person, to understand that other things go on in other people's lives, and it makes it hard sometimes.
Mhm.
But there's one thing I know about you, there's one thing I know about everybody that's watching out there. You guys can all do hard. There's nothing that is too hard for you to do. Let me tell you, you have never gone through something you didn't live through.
Powerful.
So let me say that again, because I'm afraid people out there missed it.
Yep.
You have never, never, never gone through anything that you didn't live through.
Mm.
So that means you're going to keep on living as long as you don't give up. as long as you don't give in, you don't throw in that towel, you're going to keep living.
Yes.
So, Ember, what was the toughest thing about losing your restaurant?
Um, I had made a lot of relationships with my patronage, like people that once the doors opened, people that started to come in. We had, like a group of elderly women that would come in together, and they had a very special diet, and our restaurant served them like we didn't have sodium in our food, and so they were able to eat, healthy and have community there, and it was a beautiful thing. I miss them being able to have that community within our restaurant, and just all of the people, like I still see most of them on the a day-to-day basis, but a lot of the people that patronize or were patrons of the restaurant, like I don't see them anymore. So that was really hard to lose those connections with people that you had built up over the months. And the hardest, truly, as an owner, making the final decision that's going to affect like all your employees, your managers, every cook, every server, every person, even the suppliers. It affect everybody all the way down the line. Having to make that final, like, nope, we're done, and you're all gonna have to find another job and find, pivot and find another way to grow in something else, and find another path. And that was the hardest choice, was just making the decision.
That is great advice. Great, uh, just the things that other people can learn from what you say right there. I find to be absolutely amazing. Now, I want to point out that Brenda Ringwood is in here, and she said, "Ember Hughes." Yeah. So thank you so much for joining us, Brenda. I really appreciate that. Now, I ask you guys again if you would please share this video out, hit that like button, hit the heart button, whatever you want to hit. Just help us trick the algorithm on Facebook and get this girl to go viral, because Miss Ember Hughes is nothing short of epic.
Yeah, and anybody that would want to share, has experienced something that, they've gone through, where they've lost something, they've had to lose it, and they can no longer, it's not tangible, or it's a person, and how you made it through that, like what you experienced in that. I'd love to hear more about that.
Yes, we'd all like to hear more about that. And I appreciate you offering something for the people to put in the comments, because I like people to stay interactive with the show. So please, guys, keep the comments coming. Tell us where you're from. Ask as many questions as you would like to ask, because Ember and I are together here to help you.
Yes.
So, Ember, I have to ask, since this show is about helping other people, do you happen to have any suggestions, tools, tricks, tips, anything of how other people can get past a loss in their life?
Yeah. um sitting with whatever emotion comes up for you in that moment, and validating that emotion. um, don't stay there. Don't stay, if it's in a negative emotion, don't stay in that space. Find a way to bring yourself back out of it. But don't dismiss it. Don't push it down. Sit with it. Grief often goes hand in hand with loss. And sitting with that emotion, sitting in it, and then whatever comes up, like sometimes, I've lost my father last year, and sometimes I'll just be blow drying my hair and just start crying for no reason, or I'll hear a song that reminds me of him, or I'll drive past the restaurant. Like I went in, it's a new restaurant, I met the owner. There was emotions that came up, and I teared up while I was standing there talking to him, and we had a good conversation. um, but taking the time to sit with yourself in it, and a lot of people are going to want to fix that. They're going to want to help you out of it. They don't want to see you sad. They don't want to see you crying, but it's okay to cry. It's okay to process, and it's okay to take your own time with it. You don't have to do it on somebody else's timeline, and you don't have to do it somebody else's way. You can make your own choice in that. And it doesn't have to be perceived as a loss, like the restaurant doesn't have to be perceived as a loss. It could be perceived as a lesson. And you can think about all of the positive things that came out of that, all the things that you learned, all of the places that you grew as a person going through all of that.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You know, we're talking a little bit about seeing things differently. I had a doctor tell me one time that all his employees were quitting. They were all finding different jobs, and he didn't like change. I told him, instead of looking at it as change, look at it as a new opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Look at it as a chance to grow.
Mm-hmm.
And he liked that very much. But I have to offer you guys a chance to grow. So I have actually done something here, and I'm going to put Ember on the spot here because I know she has this.
Mm-hmm.
So this right here is my journal.
Yes.
It is called Make Every Second Count, a 1,500-hour journal. Now, this journal was originally intended for kids, say 11 through 21 years of age, because I found out that they had, like, the second leading cause of death for kids of that age, suicide.
Mm.
And when I was that age, I didn't think about that. That wasn't on my mind. All I could think about was the next day and the weather outside and how it was going to be, if it was going to be overly hot or rainy. But I want to help you guys see life differently. I want to have you set goals in life and figure out that you can live your best life. So I've got a special gift for you guys. On my website, which you can see here on the screen, it's www.jeffmarconettejr.com. And if you go to that or go to my website /journal, you can download the first 7 days of that journal for free. Now, let me ask you, Ember,
Mm-hmm.
how has that journal benefited you and your children?
Yeah. So for me, right away, like journaling is kind of tricky sometimes, setting intentional time. And I love your journal and the fact that it has like a time limit up at the top. And it's not technically a limit, but that's about how much time it should take, I think, to get through each space. And it's so easy to set aside the time to go through and just do each section each day. And I thought it would be like more of a brain dump, but it's more of a gratitude dump. It's more of like spinning my day and thoughts into a positive manner and seeing how I can shift that. Like your descriptions are point on point and usually align with whatever's going on my day. So like I'll sit down with it. I'm like, oh, okay, I've got a letter to write here. And I'm able to get it outside of me and let it go and move past it, and or express some deep gratitude for something that I wasn't even consciously aware of until I opened your journal. And I'm like, oh, today is about how you're grateful or thankful for the people in your life. Great. Let's go.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well,
Your
I'm
mindset.
so happy that you said that because I didn't tell you I was going to ask that at all. So I really appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah, I keep my journal actually in my bag. It's right next to me, and I write in it every day. Like I said, an intentional time early in the morning. to sit with it and walk through it. And it's 20 minutes, 25 minutes. I've sat with it for 30 minutes sometimes when I'm really thinking through some things. But 30 minutes to really sit with yourself and your feelings and your emotions and things that you can be eternally grateful for is priceless.
Well, thank you so much. Now, Ember, I have to ask, do you have any contact information you would like to give out? And if you guys want, I can give you her cell phone number.
Ah,
I'm not gonna do that, but do
yeah.
you have any contact information you would like to give out?
Actually, Jeff, I give you my permission to share my cell phone number with you.
I'm not doing that.
It's actually my business number. So there's my cell phone. You can call or text me. It's 417-793-0753. My email is just my name. It's emberhughes@gmail.com, or I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram, and I've avoided TikTok like the plague, so I'm not on there.
Yeah, you are.
I'm on there. I watch people, but I don't participate.
I was gonna say, you follow me.
I do. I follow you. I follow Izzy. I see Isabel Black on there. She's doing her thing. Yeah.
Izzy's cool, and
She's so cool.
I have to say, I like her a lot. I like her husband too.
Oh, yes. He's awesome. Very
Yeah.
down to earth.
Yes, he is. Now, I thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy evening on to be here with me, my guest on this show. And I find it to be awesome. But do you happen to have any final words?
Well, outside of your beautiful motto of make every second count, I would just say live life from a place of love. And that's it.
Live life from a place of love. Great advice, I have to say so. So, guys, I need each of you to join me next week when I'm back on Tuesday evening with a brand new episode of Make Every Second Count Live. My guest is going to be Danielle Roberts, and she helps millennials get jobs because we all know that millennials don't always feel motivated to get jobs, and she helps them find the job for them. So I want you to check that out. I want to say hi to Jacob Balta, hi to Greg Dillon, hi to hi to Michelle Custer. She said two of my most favorites. Love you both. Hey, I love you too, Michelle. You guys have a great one. And I also need you guys to do me a favor. I need you to make every second count. Why? Because you never know when the seconds are going to run out on your one life. Hey guys, until next time, I'll see you later. Have a great one.
Bye, guys.